Morning, everybody. Morning. Just setting up my camera. I'm just going to pop it up a little bit more. Like so. I've got us over here today. I hope that's all right. Welcome. Just realised I've got my carpet cleaner there, which I don't really want to be able to see, do we? Pop it there, out of the way. Okay, morning everybody. Welcome. Okay. Morning everybody. Hi, it's Friday the 3rd of July. And this is Fitness for All Friday. So welcome. Whether you're watching on Instagram or YouTube, then this is a half an hour class of the heart rate going a little bit, have a nice stretch out at the end to energise us into the weekend. Those of you that have done these classes with me before will know kind of the format, and I've switched us around a little bit today. I've got my two cameras on, so I'm looking at two different places, but my studio has been sort of overtaken through this lockdown period, so it's a bit messy. Anyway, I've just moved a few things about, so I hope it's okay. You can see me okay. Yeah, we're going to start standing, and then we're going to come down to the floor today as well. So if you have got a mat, then grab a mat, but don't worry too much. We're not probably going to lie on our backs. We're going to come to all fours. So don't worry. If you haven't got a mat, it's fine. Just be aware that we will come down to the floor. So, like with all my classes, just make sure that you have got medical clearance to take part in exercise, and Pilates is a very safe form of exercise. This, we have a little bit more of like an energy flow to kind of begin with, and then we go into a bit more classical Pilates movements towards the second half. It's the end of the week, it's July, and it doesn't feel like that outside today. But hopefully by the end of this class, you'll feel a little bit more energized, have a lot more kind of positive energy going into the weekend at the end of the week, because it's tiring, isn't it, by the time it gets to Friday? But this is a nice, hopefully nice class to kind of get you nice and energized. So I can't play music, but if you want to turn up your music, put the radio on, then feel free to do that. If that kind of helps you a little bit. And we will get going. Make sure you've got some water nearby. Sorry, I'm just filling my camera because I don't have anybody to help me. I just need to set up my camera. So hopefully we're all okay. All right, everybody. So take your feet hip width apart. So just try and make sure that the toes are pointing forward. All right. So often we kind of turn our toes out like this. So just take your focus down towards your toes. Make sure that you're nice and stacked with your lovely posture here. And we're going to just bend into the knees a little bit if we can. And as we do so, we're going to really roll the shoulders up and round. And then we're going to take everything into the shoulders here. We're going to reach all the way up with our arms round. And we're going to stretch up and drop down, okay? So we're going to roll into the shoulders. Roll into the elbows and the shoulders. All the way into the arms, stretching up and drop down. And again, we're going to roll into the shoulders and the elbows. Bend the knees at the same time if you can. Reach into the arms, stretching up, drop down. And shoulders roll and elbows roll. And the arms will go around, stretching up, drop down. Okay, lovely. From there, you're going to take a big stretch up and breathe in. Clasp the hands together, and you're going to take a big stretch into the back here and really pull the tummies in. You're going to reverse the arms to come up and round. Big breath in, clasp the hands together, stretch out. So tuck the chin in, pull the tummies in, stretch into the back. Reverse the arms and out. This is just a lovely stretch for your back. It's really good for your core as well. So really pull the tummy in here, chin to chest, and put as if you're pushing something away. Then you reverse the arms and you come back. Take a breath in, reach up, push everything away, stretch into that back there, release up. And now let's do one more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. And just shake all that out there. Lovely. Okay, so from there, everyone, going to go into our swings. I'm just going to turn sideways. Now, I've got my mirror here today. I know for my mum, give my mum a shout out. She likes it here because she can see me, she can hop on my feet. So hopefully it's more helpful than confusing you. Anyway, so you have like a double aspect here. So we're going to take the arms up, okay? And we're going to drop everything down and really pull the tummies in here as well. And you're going to just swing everything down, take the arms down and swing everything up. So it's kind of a nice energized movement, yeah? If you can, try and breathe out and then breathe in as you come back up again, okay? Breathe out, drop the head, breathe in to come up. And we're going to do that, let's go 4 more times. We're going to drop and come up, and drop, swing the arms, come up. Now even if you just go halfway, that's fine. Let's do 1 more, and down and up. Now from here, if you've done this with me before, we're going to add in some arms. You're going to take the arms forward, up, and then drop, and then round, and stretch up. So try and breathe in, breathe out, drop everything down, breathe in, and breathe out. So you can come up to a rise. At the end, round, and drop, and round. Now pull the tummy in, and come up to a rise. Round, and drop, and back, and rise, and round, and drop, and round, and rise. Let's go 2 more. Round, and drop, and up, and rise, and down. Drop the head, and round out. See if you can hold on to this at the end. Very tall, very tall, very tall. Very good. So shake that out. Good. Well done. So hopefully you just feel a little bit more energized already. 5 minutes of moving the body. All right. If anyone's around you, get them up, get them joining in, and try and motivate them to feel a little bit more energized. That's what it's all about. All right, everybody. From there, let's go into the feet. So pop your hands onto your hips. You want to keep your hips nice and still here as you're pushing into the feet. So we don't want to wiggle into the hips. We want to just release the knees forward here, okay? So pulling everything up and in, keeping the hips nice and level, left to right. And we're just taking the feet forward, 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 forward. Okay, so we're just getting a nice stretch into those feet there. Just be careful, don't over push it. Then from there, you're going to bend the knees. Don't knock the knees together. Look at your knees. Are they knocking together? If they are, make sure your knees are over your toes. Now keep your shoulders up over your hips and stretching up. So we're imagining we're sliding down a wall here. Okay, so we're not bending forward or hinging. We're just sliding down and up. Now you're going to plant the toes into the floor and grow tall. Zip the tummy up. So you're going to bend and stretch, rise up and lower. Now as you bend, are you sticking the bottom out? Are you tipping forward? Try to slide down that imaginary wall. So you're sliding down, stretching up. Now zip everything up and down. Bend and stretch and up and down, and again, bend, keep the knees over those toes, and up and down, bend, stretch, up, down. Now we're going to try and bend the knees, lift the heels, stretch up and down, lift the toes, or lift the heels, sorry, bend, heels, down. Now you can hold on to something here if you need to. Whoop. You're going to go up, bend, heels, down, heels, up. Yeah, so rise, bend the knees, heels, stretch, bend, rise, up, down. Always hard to say this one, so just do copy, up, down, and let's go one last time. Up, bend, heels, down. Shake it off there. All right, well done, everybody. From there, we're going to come into our, let's go into our bends actually, and our jumps first of all, so I'm going to go into the hips, but let's just get the heart rate going a little bit more. You're going to bend into the knees, excuse me, and swing your arms here, okay? We're going to do 8 bounces, then we're going to take our heels off the floor and do 8 little heel kind of bounces with our heels off the floor. Then we're going to do 8 bounces again, and then we're going to do little jumps off the floor there, okay? So we've got 8, and then we're going to do it all twice through. So get the heart rate going a little bit, get that blood pumping around the body. If you don't want to jump, that's absolutely fine. Just come back to your bounces or your heels, all right? Okay, here we go. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Really swing the arms, and then we're going to go into the heels. Take the heels off. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the bounces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now little jumps if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bend the knees. Okay, good. Shake it out. Let's go again. So bounces, then the heels, then bounces, then jumps. Got it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little heels off the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little bounces. 2, 3, 4. And then we've got little jumps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bend the knees. Good. Let's do that one more time. Let's go for it, okay? So, here we go. Straight in. 2. There we go. Now we've got heels. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. And bounces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to jump and jump and jump and jump and jump and bend. Well done, everyone. Shake that out. Okay. Right. We're warming up now. We're woken up. Let's go into our hips and warm up our hips. We're going to tap one leg up here, and then we're going to stretch it back. So we're kind of tapping up here and back behind us. Okay, we're going to do 10 on either side. So we're just really getting nice movement into the hips here. Take some water if you need to. Otherwise, let's get going. Here we go. We've got tap up 1 and 2 and 3. Swing the arms. 4, 5, and 6 and 7. Get a nice stretch here into the hip. 8, 9, and 10. Finish. Turn around. Let's go on the side. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Stretch. Stretch into the hips. Let's go again. Either side. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keep going. Right up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Turn around. Here we go. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Last one. 10. Stretch. Did you get there? Okay, well done. Right, shake out those legs. So, yeah, my heart rate has definitely got a bit higher. Definitely feeling more energized. Right, everyone, from there, we are going to go and take it into some lunges. So we're going to do single sort of leg lunges, if you like. If you need to hold on to something, if you're in the kitchen, holding on to the top, or getting a chair or something, that's absolutely fine. With your squats, you don't have to take your knee all the way down to the floor, all right? Even if you're just bending a little bit, you're still contracting those muscles and you're still building all the muscles around your knee joint, your ankle joint and your hips. So squats are really good for your hips, knees and ankles. There. Take your feet quite wide, okay? And again, have your toes pointing forwards for me. Have your hands onto your hips or down by your side, doesn't really matter. Excuse me. And we're going to, again, imagine we're sliding down a wall, so no tilting forward, okay? We're going to bend and slide down, and then stretch up. Here, bend down, and stretch up. And we're going to go 3. Squeeze into the bottom, and 4. Pull into the tummy. And 5. And 6. And 7. I haven't said how many we're doing, have I? 8. Let's do 12. 9, 10. Really stretch into the back knee. 11 and 12. Okay, let's switch over. I'm turning around, you don't have to. One leg forward, one leg back. Standing up nice and tall. Shoulders over ribs, over hips. Here we go. Down and up. That's 1, 2. So remember, you don't have to go all the way down. Go as far as you can. That feels okay into those knees. I think this is 5 and 6. Stretching up. 7. Now pull the tummies in. Let the core take some of the energy. Yeah. I've lost count. Let's do 2 more. 1. I'm wobbly on my mat today. And 12. Shake those legs out. Let's go again. Let's do 8. Okay. So widen those feet. Now we've got it. Shoulders over ribs, over hips. Here we go. Down and squeeze into the bottom. 2 and squeeze. 3 and 4. Keep breathing. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Good. Turn around. Here we go. One foot in front of the other. 1 and squeeze. 2 and 3 and 4. Keep breathing. 5. So the tummy's pulled in. 6 and 7, 8, and hold it there. Give those legs a little shake. Well done, everybody. If you can, hold on to something, or apparently if you hold on to your ear, that helps. And let's just stretch out the front of those legs there a little bit, okay? Push the hips forward a bit, and you get a better stretch. So when you take your leg up here, if you kind of tilt forwards, then you get a bigger stretch into your quads there. Okay, shake that out. Lovely, I say ladies, or gentlemen, or children, whoever's there. We're going to now take it down a little level. Take your, with the energy, if you like, take the feet wider. So we're going to go a little bit slower. We're going to go into some side reach. So we're going to take the arm up, pulling up, getting a lovely stretch into the side here. Try not to release the hip, all right? So your hips are facing forward. Now, if you want to take the extra stretch, you release that bottom arm and you reach up and down. So you're reaching up and over, okay? Release the bottom arm there if you can, or keep it down and coming up and down. So it's either a single arm side stretch or a double arm side stretch. 2 arms, quite a lot going on there. So reach and then think about pulling away. Yep, using the core. Up and over. Reaching and reach up and down. Up and over. Really reaching up and down. So you'll feel this into your obliques, into your waist. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, everybody. So just get a lovely stretch. Oh, really feel that lovely stretch. Move that spine. Let's just go. Last one. Up and down. Good. Take your feet together. And we're going to do our roll down. So not together, sorry. Hip width apart. Okay. Draw the tummy in. Take the chin to your chest. And rolling down an imaginary wall here. Bend into the knees. So down, 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 down. When you get to the bottom, shake the head. Shake the shoulders, breathing in. Exhale. Draw the tummy in, rolling back up that imaginary wall. Or if you've got a door or a patch of wall, absolutely come up against it. Take the chin forward. Rolling forward. Bend into the knees. Shake the head, breathing in. Exhale, draw the navel in. Really scoop up. Breathing in and exhale. Up, imagine you're diving up and over. A little wall here. Shake the head, shake the shoulders. Exhale, rolling up. Let's do 2 more, a little bit quicker if you can. Rolling down. Plant those feet into the floor. And really taking everything up. And then the last one, you're going to roll all the way down. And you're going to come down to the floor. And I'm just checking into my clock. Okay, lovely. Perfect. So from there, we're going to roll down. If you can, you're going to bend into the knees and you're going to just walk out into 4-point kneeling here. So we're in this kind of tabletop position. So in our tabletop position, we need to have our knees underneath our hips and our wrists underneath our shoulders. If you've got any pain into the wrists, then come onto your fists and you can bend those elbows a little bit there if you need to. Let's just go into some lovely cat. So really drawing the tummy up. Try and keep the chin lifted a little bit and stick your bottoms out. So you're in like a neutral position here. Okay, you're trying to find the natural curves of your spine. Take a breath in, if we can think about the breath. Exhale, roll the base of your spine. So tuck your bottom first. Pelvic floor and tummy, scoop and lift. And come all the way up to that lovely C shape, rainbow shape. Make lovely rainbow. We all know about the rainbow shape. Breathing in at the top there, exhale, and rolling out. Now, if you feel like you want to come to an extended cat, then just stick the bottom out even more and lift the chin, and then you get a lovely stretch into the back. But if that doesn't feel right, come back to a neutral. Breathing in, exhale, tuck, 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 tuck. Scoop and lift, and get a lovely stretch into the top here. Gorgeous. And down. Breathing in, exhale, tuck the tailbone. Lift, scoop the tummy, breathe in at the top here. Exhale to come back and stick the bottoms out behind you. Good. Tuck, roll, tuck, 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 tuck. Lift and come all the way back. And let's just do one last one there. So you're really tucking, scooping and lifting and coming back. If it feels comfortable, widen the knees a little bit. Sit your hips back onto your heels and just stretch out and back here. Breathing in and breathing out. Just take some breaths here. The more you kind of walk your fingers forward, the bigger the stretch into the back there. So just take 1 or 2 more breaths in that lovely stretched out position. Okay, and then we're going to come back to all fours. We're going to do our little kind of glute push, pulse, bum pulse, bottom, I don't know what we'll call it, but it's got a technical name, I'm sure. We're going to lift one leg off the floor here. Just try to really make sure that you're not twisting and tilting into the pelvis. Both hips are facing down towards the floor. And you have a little bend in your knee. Imagine you have a tennis ball behind your knee. And you're going to squash an imaginary grape against the ceiling here. So we're going to take the foot up, and then see if you can draw the knee all the way back in, but keeping the pelvis as still as you can, and then squash again, and drawing in. So your tummy's working really hard here to keep everything nice and stable, okay, because you're really working into the bottom here. So you're pushing up, but really trying to not tilt the pelvis. So imagine I'm there holding onto your pelvis, keeping it nice and still. Squash the grape, and draw the knee back in if you can, and up and down. Good, everyone. Keep breathing. Really draw navel to spine. Squash and in. So really push up. You should feel this in your bottom, deep in your bottom. Let's do 3 more. 3. Tummy's in. 2. 1. And then come back to the start. Okay, have a little rest off of your wrists if you need to do that. And I'm going to come back into the other side. So draw the tummy in. Let's be nice and stable before we go. Take the leg up. So you've got that little right angle in your knee there. And you're going to push and swing it in. And push up and in. So both hips are down. My focus is down between my hands. Breathing in, breathing out. So imagine you're kind of squashing up. You'll find it, because you'll find the work into the bottom, and you'll go, yeah, I can feel that. Not too quick, everybody. The slower, the more precise, the better you're going to be working. Really draw in through that navel. No idea how many we've done, so let's do about 5 more. 5. Really trying to keep the hips nice and still. 4. And 3. Really draw that knee right the way back underneath you. And 2, and 1. Now from here, everybody, just sit back and rotate the wrists, because if we can, we're going to come into our tabletop or our Superman. Different levels here for all of you out there. So level 1, you're sliding the leg and you're keeping it into the floor and you're sliding it back in underneath you. Level 2 is sliding the leg and lifting it slightly, always thinking about length, not too high. And level 3 is taking the arm as well. So whichever level you're going to work at, start working at that level. You're really trying to keep the pelvis as still as you can. Okay, if you're reaching that opposite arm, try to have it up by your ear. And hold the position for 3 breaths. So about 10 seconds. Again, don't just go in and out with the leg. Really slow this exercise down. You're going to feel it working much more effectively the slower you do this one. Breathing in, breathing out, reaching. Wherever you are, whether your foot's lifted or your foot's on the floor. Honestly, like, feel that I'm there, pulling gently into that lengthened ankle behind you. And that arm, if you've got the arm lifted. Reach, reach, reach. Reach a bit more. So you're really working into the obliques, into the core, getting a lovely stretch into the front of that leg there. Everyone, keep going. Keep going. Breathing in, breathing out, lengthen. Lovely. Keep the pelvis nice and still. As you draw the knee back in, imagine you're sticking the bottom out behind you, and that should help keep the pelvis nice and neutral. Let's just go to one more either side, whichever version you're doing. Okay, and when you take the knee back in, almost stick the bottom out. Keep sticking it out, and you hopefully will feel that you are stabilizing a bit more in that pelvis. Breathing in, breathing out. Oh, feel that work. Down and back in. And again, if it feels comfortable to, just sit back into your hips and just have a nice stretch here. Rotate the wrists. Take any pressure off of those wrists there. And then just slowly restack there. Okay, lovely. From there, stay on 4-point kneeling just for one more exercise. You can come to your fists if you need it. You can actually even do this into your forearms, although it might be a bit more tricky. We're going to do threading a needle. So we're taking the palm and we're turning it up, and we're threading the hand behind the other hand, and we're taking the ear down towards the mat. Getting a lovely stretch and a rotation to the spine. Then we're going to take that hand and we're going to reach up to get a lovely stretch and openness in our shoulder and rotate in the spine 3 times. So let's thread, let's press and bend into the elbow where the hand's onto the floor. And let's reach. And let's really try as best as we can to keep the pelvis still. Just really take this movement from the spine, everybody. Get a lovely rotation in the spine. Let's go the other side. So you're threading through, ear is down towards the floor. Stick the bottom out behind you. Press into that hand on the floor and reaching up. Try and take the head and the focus with you. Breathing in. This is such a lovely stretch. Now pull into the tummies here, everyone. Support the back. And this is just a gorgeous movement for your spine. And open. And coming back again. Okay? And feel free to do that one again if you want to. But we're going to come to sitting here. Okay? So we need to stretch out those legs a little bit after all those squats. We will do that in one moment. Let's just come into our C-curve. So we're going to sit up nice and tall on top of our sit bones. Remind ourselves, have we got our shoulders and our ribs and our hips nicely stacked? And have the hand gently resting in front here. Try not to have the knees out towards the side, so they're nice and stacked as well. Tuck the pelvis underneath you, scoop into the tummy, and kind of imagine someone's pressing into your tummy here, and the chin comes towards the chest. So you're just coming into a C curve. Don't collapse into it. Don't go too far. You're just reminding your spine of that C curve. Take your hands out in front of you, come into your C curve, plant the feet into the floor, scoot the tummy in, come back to a half roll back if you can. So just that point where you can really feel the abdomen working. Breathing in, exhale, keep the chin tucked in, make sure you're in that C curve and restack. So you're making a C shape, pause, open your shoulders away from your knees, and you're rolling back halfway, just halfway. Keep the chin tucked in, really try to pull that tummy in. And then you're restacking, chin tucked in and up. And again, C curve. Move the shoulders away from the knees, breathing in. Hold, hold, hold. Take the C curve and restack. Last time. C curve, rolling back. Really pull the tummies in here. And rolling back and restack there. Okay, so that's just a nice movement for your spine where you feel that core working a little bit. Take the hands back behind you and stretch the legs out. We're going to come into our lovely zigzag legs because you know I love them. So draw the knees up and really turn them in. So let's just release any tension that we've just gathered there in our hips, in that seated position, in those squats and that little butt bustering move. So roll them out, draw them up. Now really turn them in, rolling up. Good. Now pull the tummies in and sit up nice and tall. This movement is for the legs, but let's not forget about the rest of us. Okay. Good. And thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you feel a bit more energized. I know I do. Definitely, definitely. It's been a busy old week. Now turn your knees in and see if we can reverse that. There. Good. So I had my second lockdown birthday of my children, with my youngest turning 2. And we've got this week to sort of celebrate her birthday week. And then I've got my son in 12 days from now. So it's all go in my household in July. Okay, and let's just do one last one there. So this is nice. It's nice to take a bit of a break, a bit of me time, just to kind of gather your thoughts and focus potentially onto something else completely. If it's just your body and your exercise, it's really, really good for us. So let's sit up nice and tall and let's just take a spine stretch forward. Take the chin forward, chin to chest, and coming forward and just holding it there briefly and then rolling all the way back up. So again, imagine you're peeling your spine off of the wall. My challenge of the week this week, if you can find it on my Facebook or my Instagram, then it's about breathing. Taking 5 minutes to work into your breath. It doesn't even have to be a calm environment, but if you can find a calm environment, obviously that will help. Rolling forward and rolling back up again. And I think we're probably approaching 9. I haven't got my clock, but let's just finish with a bit of that breathing. So find a position that's comfortable, whether you're sitting or kneeling. Okay, and what's quite nice with your breathing is to potentially put your hands onto your rib cage, and you're breathing out laterally into your ribs. And as you exhale, imagine you're kind of pushing your ribs together. So breathe into the belly and into the ribs. And as you exhale through your mouth, draw the tummy in. So you breathe in to relax everything and breathe out to contract the pelvic floor and the navel to spine. So breathing in, wide into the ribs if you can, relax the shoulders, hold. And now exhale. And breathing in through the nose. And exhale. Good. And again, breathing in. Pause at the top. See if you can exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it at the top briefly. Can you breathe out? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On that exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders, relax the body. You're drawing your tummy and your pelvic floor in, but you're relaxing the muscles. So just do it one more time, and then you can go and have a look at it properly on my Facebook or Instagram. I think I've put it on my YouTube channel as well. Have a look. So breathe in wide into the ribs through the nose, and as you exhale, relax the body. Yeah, it's really, 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 really good for loads of stuff. I obviously teach it in my pregnancy classes and my postnatal exercises, but just in life in general, you just need to know how to breathe correctly, and it can just really help in lots of situations for kind of calming the body, calming the mind. So have a little look at that if that takes your fancy. Hopefully you feel nice and energized, and well done. Thank you for joining me, and I will be here next week. And yeah, have a lovely weekend. Hopefully this has helped you boost you into the weekend. So thank you for joining me. Let me know if you've been watching, give me a thumbs up, or if you're over my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you click the subscribe button, then it just tells you when I'm uploading bits and pieces. And I will see you all very soon, virtually, I'm sure. So have a lovely weekend, everybody, and see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.